So long division isn't fun. We all know this, but we should know how to do it. So let's just go over some of the steps of long division as a review. So if you're taking notes, we're going to go ahead and write long division. And the steps are divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how this works with 2 going into 19. Okay, so you're going to ask yourself first, can 2 go into 1? It can't, so I like to just put a little placeholder as an X. Then you ask yourself, well then, can 2 go into 19? The answer is yes. 2 can go into 19 9 times. So that's the dividing part. We divided. 19 divided by 2, it goes in 9 times. When you divide, you put the answer on top of the bar every time. Okay, we divided. Now the next step is to multiply. We multiply what's on top of the bar times what is next to the bar. So 9 times 2, which is 18. When you multiply, you always put the answer underneath the bar. Again, you always put the answer underneath the bar. So we multiplied. Now we subtract. 19 minus 18 is equal to 1. So we could check off that we subtracted. Now we can go ahead and bring down. Now you're going to say there's nothing next to the 19 to bring down, but we can extend the answer. So what can we do? We can add a 0 here, but the only caveat is that if we add a 0 there, then we have to put a decimal point in our answer. So we added a 0 there. We can now officially bring it down. So we're going to bring down the 0. So we have a brand new number to use. The R stands for repeat. What does that mean? We just go back to the top and do the steps again. We're going to start with the division. But instead of dividing from up here, we're now dividing by this new number that we just got. So 2 is still a number that we're dividing by. How many times can 2 go into 10? Dividing 2 into 10, that's 5. So the answer goes on top of the bar. So we divide, then we multiply. We multiply whatever we put on top of the bar times whatever's on the side of the bar. 5 times 2 is 10, so we go ahead and put it under the 10 that we just got. The next step is to subtract. 10 minus 10 is 0. There's nothing more to bring down. We have our answer. 19 divided by 2 is equal to 9.5. Okay, so we divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat. Remember, when we divide, we put the answer on top. When we multiply, we put the answer below. We subtract. Once we brought down and we have a new number, that's the new number that we divide by. But again, when we divide, we put the answer on top. We multiply again, we subtract, and we end up with a remainder of 0. And we have our answer. Let's go ahead and try these steps again on a new problem. And once we do these 2 more times, you're going to feel a lot more confident with the steps. So I'm going to bring this up here, and we're going to try it again. I always like to write the steps: divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat. That way I can always put my little check marks, and so I don't get lost. So let's start by dividing. Can 4 go into 2? No, it cannot. Can 4 go into 27? Yes. How many times? 27 divided by 4, it can go in 6 times. So we divided. Where do we put the answer that we get? We put it on top. Now we multiply. What do we multiply? The number on top times the number on the side. 6 times 4 is 24. We write that answer below. When we multiply, we always write the number below. So then what do we do next? 27 minus 24. The next thing is to subtract. 27 minus 24 is equal to 3. What do we do next? We bring down. Well, there's not another number to bring down, so what can we add? We can add a 0, but what's the caveat? We need to put a decimal point in the answer. Okay, so now we bring down that 0. So we brought down. The next step is repeat. What does that mean? We go back to this top and we start again. But we start from this brand new number. So now we're still doing 4, but how many times does 4 go into 30? So 4 can go into 30 7 times. Okay, so we divided and we put that number back on the top. Then we multiply. What do we multiply? The number that we just put on top and the number that was on the side. 7 times 4, we're going to multiply, is 28. Where do we put the number that we multiply? On the bottom. Then we subtract. 30 minus 28 is equal to 2. Okay? Then we can go ahead and bring down. Because we still have a remainder here and it's not 0, you can bring down again. So we're going to go ahead and put another 0 here. We don't have to put another decimal on top because you only can have one decimal in every answer. But we can put another 0 there and we can bring down this 0. If we bring down, the next step is to repeat. We go back up to the top. Okay. Now this is the new number that we're dividing by. 4 goes, we're going to go see how many times 4 can go into 20. Okay, 4 can go into 25 times. The answer from dividing always goes on the top. So we divide, then we multiply. What do we multiply? The number on the top times the number on the side. 5 times 4 is 20. We put the 20 here. Whenever we multiply, we put it on the bottom. Then we subtract. 20 minus 20 is 0. Whenever we get 0, the remainder is 0, we can stop there. That's the end of our answer. So our answer would be 6.75. 27 divided by 4 is equal to 6.75. Okay, let's do this with a slightly bigger one. Again, divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat. Can 40 go into 9? No. Can 40 go into 96? Yes. How many times can 40 go into 96? It can go in 2 times. So we divided. Where do we put the number that we divide and get an answer from? On the top. Now we multiply. What do we multiply? The top number times the side number. 40 times 2 is 80. We always put the answer that we get from multiplying below. So we can subtract. 96 minus 80 is 16. Good job. Then we can bring down. There's a number already there for us to bring down. So we're going to bring down the 2. Okay? And then we go R, which is repeat. We go back to the top. But now we are dividing from this number. How many times can 40 go into 162? 40 can go into 162 4 times. The answer when you divide always goes on the top. Then you multiply. You multiply the new number times the number on the side. 4 times 40 is 160. The number that you multiply always goes on the bottom, and then you subtract. 162 minus 160 is 2. Excellent. So then you continue on because there is something remaining. You can bring down another number. There's not another number here, but we can always add a 0. The caveat, you have to put a decimal point in the answer. And so let's go ahead and bring down, all the way down, a 0. So then ask yourself, can 40 go into 20? No, it can't. So we're going to go ahead and put 0, goes in 0 times. But we're still going to, we divided, but we're still going to multiply. 0 times 40 is 0. We're going to still subtract. 20 minus 0 is 20. And we're going to try to bring down again because we still have a remainder. So now we're going to go ahead, going to change colors again, and I'm going to put another 0 here. I'm going to bring down the 0 next to the 20. And now I have a new number, 200, and I'm going to repeat. I'm going to start putting the check marks over here. We're going to divide again, 40, but it's going to go into our brand new number, 200. How many times can 40 go into 200? 5 times. That's the dividing number. We put it on the top of the bar. Then we multiply the new number that we just wrote times the side. 40 times 5 is 200. We always put the multiplication answer underneath. Then we subtract the 2. 200 minus 200 is 0. Because there's nothing more to bring down, and because that is a remainder of 0, we know we have our answer. So 962 divided by 40 is 24.05. Well done if you made it to the end of this video. If it's helpful, please like and subscribe.